with Jeff Sneider.
Jeff Sneider here at the Toronto International Film Festival, where I've seen a handful of movies already, such as Adam Sandler's The Cobbler, Ethan Hawke's Good Kill, and Jake Gyllenhaal's Nightcrawler, which is where we're going to start. Nightcrawler, you know, it's creepy, it's morbid, but it's also great. It gives Jake another great role, continues his winning streak. He plays this guy Lou Bloom, who's kind of a petty thief with a loose moral code, and he falls into the world of freelance crime journalism, which he proves to have quite the nose for. You know, he's the guy who's showing up at these crime scenes before even the police arrive, taking photos, shooting video, that kind of thing. And he's desperate to sell it to a news station. So that's where Renee Russo comes in. She plays the news director of the lowest rated station in Los Angeles. She's desperate for ratings and the kind of carnage that only Jake's character can provide. Eventually he meets up with this homeless guy played by Riz Ahmed, and the two of them go on this kind of high-speed pursuit of a very twisted American dream. The film marks the directorial debut of Dan Gilroy, who does a great job. It's shot by Bob Elswit, who did There Will Be Blood. The movie kind of looks beautiful. It's actually a really interesting LA movie. It talks about the haves and the have-nots, and why, you know, the news that we love and that we crave is all about, you know, wealthy white people as opposed to, you know, more crime-riddled areas. You know, that's always the hot story, a home invasion in the suburbs, that kind of thing. You know, as a journalist, I thought it was fascinating. It's all about scoops and exclusives. A very dark movie, but I just thought it was fantastic. Good Kill, on the other hand, is Andrew Niccol's movie, which stars Ethan Hawke as a drone fighter pilot. It's kind of a fascinating premise. These guys who are asked to, you know, blow up targets from 7,000 miles away. This movie's set in Las Vegas. And then you have to go home to your family at night. How do you know, wipe out members of the Taliban and God knows who else, children who are in the vicinity of the bombing, and then go home and you know, act as a father and a husband. Ethan Hawke did a good job in this movie. I actually really liked January Jones, surprisingly. I thought that the movie really, its best scene is between Ethan Hawke and January Jones, where she's kind of finally calling him out. But, you know, overall, the movie's a little heavy-handed, a little ham-fisted. It's obviously very political. Andrew Niccol clearly, you know, has some strong feelings about drone warfare. And I don't know that he necessarily got the message 100% across the way that he intended. I just don't think that he did a great job kind of taking us, you know, underneath the surface and exploring the character, the psychology of Ethan Hawke's character, though the actor certainly gives it his all. And then as far as The Cobbler goes, you know, it's a really interesting, at least the way that I interpreted it, it's a very interesting response to the current superhero craze. This is not a movie with a ton of big explosions or CGI. It's a superhero movie in the same way that I think Donnie Darko is a superhero. Donnie Darko's superpower was the ability to travel back in time to save the ones he loved. And in this movie, Adam Sandler plays a cobbler, and he has the ability, thanks to a magic machine, to basically put on someone's shoes and live their lives. And, you know, for the most part, other than a couple of creepy moments that harken back to Hollow Man, the Kevin Bacon movie, he uses that ability to do good. Adam Sandler, once again, really good in the movie. I kind of like his dramatic roles. He's got great chemistry with Steve Buscemi, who plays the shopkeeper next door. You know, the movie was a little bit all over the place tonally. I wasn't sure whether it's, you know, supposed to be a kind of gritty crime movie or a more of a goofy comedy. The movie has a strong indie sensibility. Tom McCarthy's a great filmmaker, and he tells this story in a way that I don't think many people really could or would. So while the movie kind of drags in spots and it's not a knockout by any stretch, I actually enjoyed it, and I think that it definitely has some commercial potential. It'll take a kind of careful marketing hand, but you know, the end of the movie really saves it. It has a lot of heart. So those are the three movies I've seen so far. I'm still looking forward to plenty more up here in Toronto. If you have a chance to check out any of those three movies, I would recommend all three of them. But yeah, definitely start with Nightcrawler, which is going to be hitting theaters on Halloween. I'll be back with more reports from Toronto. Thanks for watching and for reading TheWrap.com.
What's the deal with Jeff Sneider?